What's happening is it's winter, there's 5 elements in Chinese medicine, and there's a season for each element. And so what you want to do is each season you focus on a different part of your body. The movements that you're going to learn today that you do during some other season, you do them all year round, but you want to kind of like do the seasonal one at least a bit so that you make sure you go through your whole body. Each season, it's the water season. It's dark and cold, so that would be winter is the water season. Each season has an organ. The organ that we're working on is going to be the kidneys. The kidneys are considered the source of your vitality. So we want to have strong kidney energy. So we're going to do some movements for massaging the kidney, getting some kidney energy going. And plus the other thing you do in the winter, like you've gone into your cave, but what you want to do is you want to build a strong foundation so that when spring comes and you go out and you start experience growth, you have a solid foundation. So therefore, what that means is it's also associated with winter are the bones. So we're just going to do a few movements to try to help increase your bone density. Once again, these ones you should do. You should do all year round. You don't have to do them every day, but if you do them every few days, like every other day, then over a time period, like we've been losing our bone density for years, so you're not going to do the movements once and suddenly have good bone density. But if you do them consistently over a year or so, you should see some increase. Our students at our school have said their doctors said their bone density seems to be getting better for some of them. But okay, so that's where we are. So here we go. Welcome to our winter protocol. So what we do is we pull down the heavens in order to set our minds to get ready for our practice. So you're reaching up, bringing up energy from the earth, getting energy from the sky, and then breathing out. So it's called pulling down the heavens. So you breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. You're using this. We're walking through the gate of our practice, and we're setting our mind for a half an hour. We're going to focus on us and building up our internal organs and strength so that the rest of the day, when we're focused on our daily problems, we'll be doing better. So one more time, breathe in, breathe out. All right. The first thing we also do this is when you're doing movements, any tightness or tension in your body stops energy and blood and oxygen from flowing through your body. So you want to open up your body. So this is called Shake the 9 Gates. The 9 gates are your hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper and lower middle back. So just really loose. You're lifting your shoulders. You should be hearing as you go, just letting your body go. Start going back and forth. So this is just to expel any excess tension that would stop the effectiveness of the other movements we're going to do during half an hour. Just go back and forth. Relax. All right. I just throw that energy out. Just relax your shoulders just for a minute. Have your arms, you don't want your armpits tight. Your hands kind of floating out from your body. Just kind of focus on your hands. You always do abdominal breathing. You see some of the lessons on that if you don't. So you breathe with your abdomen. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, this is called, other instructors call this knocking on the door of life. We call this dragon shakes and whiskers, but we do this every day. But this is actually good for your kidneys because what we're doing is we're twisting all the kidney movements you'll see. We're twisting, trying to activate this band through your waist. So what we're doing here is you're going back and forth. Your hands are hitting. One is hitting on the ribs. The other one is just on the other. Don't hit your spine. Hit like just past your spine if you can reach it. So we're going back and forth. This is just really loose. Once again, our kidneys, we're going back and forth trying to massage our kidneys. Now, might as well do more than one thing at once. So you can also try to activate your mind by using your eyes. So if you pick a point on each side, focus on that point as soon as you get there. Just really relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Pick that point. And then if you have enough flexibility, you can go all the way around to get a little more twist, a little more massage on your kidneys to look all the way behind. So now you're turning 360 degrees. All right, so, and also when you're turning, you can either slightly turn your waist, but you don't want to twist your ankles. So if you're having trouble with your lower body, just keep your lower body as a mountain, and you're twisting, you actually get a little more constriction in your waist area where we're trying to massage those internal organs if you don't move your legs. So just keep them there. All right, and then once again, throw the energy out, take one breath, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now this is called the pump. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up, your hands come up, and then we sink down slightly and come up. So it's like we're bouncing. This is throwing our hands down, and then as we come up, they come up behind us. And then once again, we go up and down. So we're bouncing here. So here we're taking, and then we're throwing the energy out. So we're pumping this whole part of the body. So coming in, it's a little bit faster. So we'll do a couple slow. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So now, usually we breathe in and out through our nose, so we're doing a little bouncing here. We're throwing the energy out, but we're going up and down. We're slightly rounding our shoulders and then pulling them back. Once again, trying to massage the kidney area. So normally what we do is we breathe in and out through our nose, but when we're trying to expel negative energy, we breathe out. So I'm going to breathe loudly. So I'm going to breathe in through my nose and breathe out through my mouth. I'm going to do it loudly so you can follow. You should be doing it silently. So that's it. So throwing out and then coming back. Once again. All right, so the other thing we're doing is by moving up and down our hips, we're engaging our calves and our leg muscles, and that's pumping fluids out of our lower body and into our torso where our lungs can expel our waste. All right, so the next one we're going to do is called dog wags his tail. And so what we're going to do is you're going to have your feet about 2 shoulder widths apart. And if you can't, your feet point out. If you can't, have them point straight. We're just putting our hands on our knees. Once again, we're trying to activate our middle portion of our body here. So what we're going to do is you're going to come up, you come up and over, and you come back, down, up, down, up. So this dog wags his tail. So it's back and forth. So up, come up to the top, arch your back, round your back, go down. Once again, we can do the expelling breath. So breathe in, and then breathe out. You can also do these very slowly. Right now we're doing it a little fast because of the panic, so to speak. But now you can also go slowly. Come up. Once again, we're trying to get movement. We're trying to massage our kidneys. One more. Gonna breathe in, and come across, breathe up, out, breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Right. And now, since we're in this position, we're going to do one more. So the bear is associated with winter. It's very powerful, but it's flexible. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our feet, our hands are going to come up like we're holding a platter. We're going to breathe in, and then we're going to turn around and twist and look behind. We're going to come back, breathe out, twist, look behind. Once again, we're massaging this strip here to try to get some little bit strength on our kidneys. So breathe in, and then so breathe in, breathe out, turn, breathe in, breathe out. We're twisting at the waist. Once again, we're trying to squeeze the internal organs, but mostly by twisting, we're focusing on those kidneys in the back. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And breathe in, breathe out. So as you see, all those were focusing on our kidneys. Basically, for those, you twist. The other thing that you can do is you can just affect the kidneys directly. You can rub your hands together. The kidneys, want them to be warm. Want your hands to be warm. So you rub them together. Hold your breath. That often lets you focus on your hands, get more heat to go there. Then you take your hands and you put them on your kidneys. Lean forward and just massage your kidneys. Once again, your kidneys are considered your source of vitality. So it's very important. You never want your kidneys to get cold. You want your kidneys active. You want fluids flowing freely through your body. So it's very important to have a strong water organs in your body. All right, and then the other thing you can do is you can warm them up. You can also make fists, and then you can, instead of having your hands, you can use your fist, your knuckles to massage them. It's a little more active. You don't want to rub too hard. You don't want to bruise your kidneys. All right, so those were mostly for your kidneys. What we're going to do, remember we're also focusing on your bones. Kind of the two main ways you can do it is, one is called bone tapping, where what happens is you're tapping your body. This causes micro fractures in your bones. So there's something called Wolff's Law. So it says that basically if your body sees that your bones need to be repaired, they get triggered. If you do this, it gets triggered, and then it releases hormones that build your bones. But once again, obviously, we're doing micro fractures. So you're just tapping, and so if you do it at like every other day, then your body's kind of always in a set of repairing your bones a small amount, but it takes, obviously, we've been damaging our bodies for decades, some of us, so it's going to take a while for it to kick in and work. So what we do is, if you hold your hand up, you see that on my back, the energy goes down from the sky to the floor. That's your yang energy, comes down from the sky. Therefore, when you tap, you want to follow the flow of energy. So you're tapping from your fingertips to your shoulder. And then when you turn your hand over, now this is the yang, which would have been in the front. Sorry, this is the yin, and the yin goes up. So therefore, when your hands turned over, you toward your palm, you go toward your palm. So from your fingertips to your shoulder, from your shoulder to your palm. Make sure you get the head. So coming up the back of your arm and then going down to your palm. Okay, so now what you can do is to do a little bit more, since we're doing our bone tapping. So we do that. We come to our shoulder. Then when you get to your shoulder, after you patted your shoulder, I got my mic here, so you want to tap, make a little bird's beak, and you want to tap your collarbones, go down the center, and then you come over, pat your ribs. And when you get to your armpit, there's lymph glands there, and you want to flush out toxins and waste so you massage your armpit to get the lymph system going, as long as we're doing this, and then you come back down the arm. Up the other arm, do the collarbone, sternum, massage those lymph glands, get everything cleared out there, and then come back down. We'll do one more set. So you can just do this anytime, like if you're waiting, for the tea water to boil or your coffee to be made. Presumably you'd be doing that at home, not doing this while you're at Starbucks. And then you can loosely hit your fingers together. All half the meridians of your body start and end in your fingertips. So if you just hit your fingernails together a bit really lightly, that also activates those meridians and gets a little bit of energy flowing. So the energy down, I'm going to breathe in, breathe out. So that's for bone density. The other thing you can do is you can take a sock, and you can, after you do this for a while, you can take a sock and put mung beans in it. They look like lentil beans. And you take the sock, and when you do it, you can hit yourself with the sockets. You get a little bit more force than with your hand. And it also, even though you hit harder, it's spread out because of the sock instead of slapping, so you can actually use that. Most of my students in the school, I have them we've made socks for them, and we had them bring them in. So socks with mung beans, all right? So that's bone tapping, and like I said, if you could do that like every other day, do it like three sets, 3 times during the day, and then you're done for that day. It only takes a few seconds, as you see. The other way you build bones, once again by Wolff's law, if you stress your bones, then they get rebuilt. So the other way you stress bones is by holding positions, and that your bones have to bend slightly. So we're going to do in a horse stance. So your shoulders are about 2 shoulder widths apart. If you can, you have your toes point forward. If you can't, have your feet in a little bit and then have them point 45. Then when you bend your knees, they go in the direction of your toes. So if they're at 45, it'll look like this. If they're straight, they'll look like this. Your knees never go past your toes, but you want to drop your hips enough so you feel the muscles engage in your upper legs. You're trying to put pressure on your femurs, and then you want to get them, because of your body weight, to bend just very slightly, and then they're piezoelectric, so they give off small electric charges, which alerts your body they're under stress. Okay, we put our hands in front of our heart, and we'll just do 5 breaths. Your shoulders are relaxed. If you tense anything, that stops energy and chi and blood from flowing. If you have tight shoulders, and neck, it's extremely bad because it stops the blood from going to your brain. Okay, so here we go. Just going to relax. When we lower our hips, we want to lower our hips. We don't want to lower our head. Our head stays straight. We're lowering our hips. Just going to do 5 breaths. So I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, Remember, we're doing abdominal breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, relax your shoulders. Your hands it's kind of like you have a marble between each finger, so they're not tight, but they're not dead either. They're alive, but they're relaxed. Breathe in, 2 more breaths. Abdomen goes out, breathe out, relax your entire body. Breathe in, breathe out. This is usually the stance we start with. If you get it so that your legs, if you stand up, hopefully you feel a little bit. Later, if you go to one of our courses, the one that we use is called Twist Like a Rope. Extremely uncomfortable after about 30 seconds. Okay, but you put a lot of stress on your hips and your legs with that one. So that was our bone density, things you can do: stress your bones, hold positions, do bone tapping. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a flow. So the difference, the movements we did at the beginning, they were more like exercises. You're moving around a lot. We're trying to, heat up the body, generate a lot of heat. Now we want to, and chi, and so now what we want to do is we want to circulate that chi around. So we use flows. So with flows, you move slowly and deliberately. So with this one, you kind of, you're not doing it a lot, but like your neck, your chest is caving in a little bit. The back of your hands are together. You're breathing in. Your hands are coming at the center of your body. And then they go out and you breathe out. When they go out, it's like you're scooping, you're releasing the energy. Now you're scooping some water. When they get here, you turn your hands back. So you're breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So the hard part about this is you have to stay really relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. You're coming up. It's like your hip and your hips and your waist are pulling your hands up. Breathe out. Now because we're trying to release energy, you can breathe in, and then you can. So depending what your aim is, that's how you breathe. So if you're trying to pull in positive energy and then release negative energy, you can breathe through your mouth on the way out. Otherwise, if you're just trying to circulate, you can breathe in and then relax and just breathe out through your nose. So you can decide what you're trying to feel, like your emotional thing, you're feeling the energy leave, so you breathe out through your mouth, or you're just trying to feel it move through your body, then you can use your nose. So breathe in. Now this is the water meridian. The kidney meridian runs up from the soles of your foot up the center, up to here, just to your armpits. So we're actually kind of trying to move energy through our kidney meridian with this one. So breathe in, breathe out. This is your whole body is as relaxed as possible. Breathe out. We'll do 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax everything. Your hands are kind of being pulled up by your waist and your body as opposed to by physical force, and then they're just floating down. Last one. We're going to breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. So I can't tell how long we've been going because of the delay, so I'm just going to do one more thing that I usually do at the end of my lessons now, which is we built up some energy, we moved a little energy through, so now I just want to kind of absorb the energy into my body. We do that by bamboo in the wind, so you put your feet together. See, this makes you a little bit unstable. See, so putting your hands, your thumbs on your navel, and you just relax your entire body as much as you can. And you just kind of feel, because you're so relaxed and you're, you kind of just going back and forth a little bit, whatever your body feels like. Just take 3 breaths. So breathe in. So you're just kind of swaying gently back and forth in the breeze, but you're trying not to direct it, you're just trying to have your body like relax, and that shows off tension in different places. You're going back and forth. Okay, so here we go. Breathe in. This one, breathe out through your nose. We're trying to circulate the energy, absorb it. We want to keep the energy that we've gotten. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Okay, so now we're going to leave. We're going to leave the dojo. We're going to leave the temple and go back to our daily life. So we're going to walk through the same door. We're going to breathe in. This is pulling down the heavens. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then body mind. And we clap because we did something good for our body.